Hey peeps, it's P. Diddy in the house. Make sure you like and subscribe to Base Boxing Basement. And if you lucky, you can come to one of my freak off parties. No Diddy.
Yeah. Base boxing basement in the house, Triple B. Thanks, P Diddy. Thanks for the invite, but I don't think I'll be coming to your freak off party. Yeah, no Diddy. Yeah. Anyway, what's up, man? What's up? Yeah, today we talking about the man who used Sean Puffy Coombs, aka Puff Daddy, or should it be Puff Daddy these days? P Diddy. Why do these idiots give themselves so many names anyway? And his connections in boxing. Now Diddy's had a lot of connections in boxing, like a lot of friends. Yeah, I mean, are friends or victims? I don't know, man. Depends. Depends who you're talking about. One of the unexpected ones. He had these so-called white parties. Which wasn't about white people. He invited all races. P. Diddy would grape any race, any gender. He's up for all kinds of charges, including graping underage boys and girls, and he's a sick pervert. You know what I'm saying? Imagine being the Mexican house cleaner. It doesn't matter how much you're paid by Diddy. After a freak-off party, you've got to clean the place up. It's got to be disgusting, nut everywhere. Anyways, so one of the earliest ones, an unexpected boxers I seen with P. Diddy is Lennox Lewis. Now, Lennox Lewis, everybody knows, is a batty man. And they go, no, he got children. So Philip Schofield. Elton John married to a woman. Freddie Mercury went out with a woman and left his estate to her. You know what I'm saying? But, these guys are perverts. When they discover batty business, women are too much trouble, man. These sick people. So, Lennox, I mean, he was well known or rumoured to be a batty man. You remember, what's his name? Riddick Big Daddy Bowes slated him. Hussey Murakman slated him. And he got knocked out in the rematch. But he did KO Lennox in the first match. But yeah, I mean, I met Frank Maloney when he was still Frank Maloney, before he was pretending to be a woman, a transformer, and he was just a normal man. I don't know what happened. I think he had to pay the price to the Illuminati because he's just a normal man. Everybody knew he was just a normal man, your South London midget, whatever. And, he wrote a book and he claims, I used to go in dresses and go to clubs. Rubbish, man. I don't believe that for a minute. He was given Lennox Lewis. He went from being a small-time manager to managing one of the biggest fighters in the world. And one of the biggest batty mans as well. But, until Gay J came along. I'm sure them PEDs mess up a lot of these boxers, because they mess your hormones up, don't they? And what happens is that if you take a lot of PEDs, I think your body fights back by producing estrogen and, all this kind of stuff messes man's body up, surely. And probably turns you into some kind of weirdo batty man, feminizing you. I mean, it's like all these guys like, Gay J and people like that, you see them and they weigh in. The PD guys, because they've got, they've got no testicles. They do, but they're so shrunk. You remember when Canelo come in, weighed in, and he had a camel toe? I mean, what was that about? And then, who else? I don't know. I don't sit around watching people's Corys, but, Tyson Fury's always going about Corys. There's this picture here. People say he's got a micro Corey. I mean, I don't know when in my experience, your Corey grows and changes, and you know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about Corey. This ain't no Corey channel. This a pure boxing channel on Red Pill, you feel me? But anyway, back to the Diddy man. So, to my surprise, he's been linked to a lot of boxers. We'll get on to the mostly Devin Haney. And there's that picture of Devin Haney and Diddy in the pool, and you look in Haney's eyes, man, and you can see he's seen something. He's had to get involved in something that he didn't want to. Probably been raped by P. Diddy and his bodyguards. You can just see you looking at eyes, man. Those are eyes that have been damaged. They show damage, shock, horror. You know, who knows what that sick Diddy did to Haney's batty hole. But it took away his chin anyway. But anyway, yeah, Lennox Lewis. So as I said to you, Lennox Lewis, you know, was invited to one of the white parties, and they all got dressed in white, as I say. You know, probably to cover up the nuts everywhere. Blech, blech, blech. But everyone dresses in white, and they have these parties, and they always end up in some kind of sick, grotesque G. And yeah, I mean, Lennox Lewis. I mean, I seen Lennox in the club. I partied with him once. I mean, I didn't party with him, as it were. You know what I'm saying? No Diddy. But, you know, we was in the club. I was with some people that knew Maloney and Lennox. I think it was Legends nightclub. You know, he sat there with a big, awkward guy. You know, a lot of them big guys can't dance, can they? He didn't really dance. He just sat there, like, you know, probably going, damn, I wish I was at GAY on Compton Street. I'd rather go to the Admiral Duncan than be here. There's too much women. But anyway, yeah, you know, he was kind of big, awkward lump. Didn't say much, not much charisma. But yeah, so he went to Diddy party. And who knows what horrors went on. Now, obviously, Lennox is a big man. Lennox is not going to be taken by force by P. Diddy, okay? You know what I'm saying? He ain't going to be taken by force. So, you know, the question is, and everyone knows the parties, all them parties are weird. It's all coming out now, right? You know, some people say Diddy is the black music entertainment version of Jeffrey Epstein, which has involved people in these sick rituals and kind of things and minors, so that they can be blackmailed later. You know, they can be bought. Look, man, we got pictures of you, you know, getting noshed off by underage, or I mean, something disgusting. So, you know, you better obey us. That's how the Illuminati get you. That's why all the famous politicians, none of whom have been nicked, by the way, flew to Epstein Island. How many times did Clinton go to? About 26. The greedy, disgusting old pervert. Anyway, so, what's his face? Lennox, yeah. So Lennox was at the party. Like I said, the thing is about Batimans, like Gay J, is you know, they're psychologically disturbed people, aren't they? I mean, you would be, you know. As I said, nobody get up in the morning and goes, hey, G, I'd really, you know, never having done it before, I'd really like a man to batter my back doors in with his Corey this evening. I mean, come on, man. No one, yeah, it's some kind of weird fetish. It used to be called a psychological disease, an issue by the World Health Organization, you know, which is, you know, an evil organization, but that's a different matter. Because of all the pressure from the LGBTmans organizations, they now said, oh, it's completely normal suddenly. Even though all the psychologists agree it's a kind of fetish, it's a kind of body dysmorphia kind of issue or whatever. Oh, no, it's completely normal. It's completely normal. And they do their best to find batty animals, you know, which is hard because there aren't really much. And most of it is about dominance and about some dog that, I mean, a dog will hump anything. A dog will hump a man leg. A dog will hump a sofa, you know. That don't mean he's a sofa file or whatever, you know. He doesn't mean he's attracted to human legs. It's just an instinct, you know. They found these batty penguins allegedly, you know. It's all nonsense, man. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Business ain't no normal thing. Feel me? It ain't no normal thing, and it wasn't the most extreme things. By the way, if you want to look at statistics on Batimans, it's worrying. 5 times suicide rate, 5 times drug addiction rate, 15 to 20 years, less life expectancy. Like 80% have STDs at any one time. 80% of HIV cases, and on, and 15 times more likely to be nonces. So, this ain't no healthy lifestyle. So Lennox was at the white party, and like I said, with these black men, you don't know. Sometimes, like I said with Gay J, you know, he's the bottom. And AKA Skins, who's the feminine one, is actually, you know, the male, if you like, you know, the plug. And Gay J is the socket. AKA Skins is the shirt lifter. And Gay J is the pillow biter. You know, it's a psychological thing. These guys are freaks. So, you know, what I'm saying is, you don't know, maybe Lennox is a bottom. You know, maybe he gets off on it because he's a big, powerful man, and psychologically he's like, oh, I want to be dominated by some small mincer. You know, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care to spend too much time on it. But I'll tell you what, man, that kind of business is sick, and it's been known for years that in hip hop there's loads of batty mans. I knew this guy who was in the music business, not that well, but I knew him, and he says, Triple B, you don't know. You don't realize, man, half these R&B guys and the hip-hop guys are batty, man. I said, what are you talking about? They was singing on women and this and that and grinding on women. He goes, believe me. I was like, yeah, okay. But now I'm red-pilled. I know it's real. Not only that, even if they ain't, they're forced to do it. That's part of the breaking in situation, the buck breaking situation, right? To be bought and to prove you're a sick guy that will do anything for fame, that you'll bend your ass over. You know what I mean? And let P. Diddley. Yeah, so Lennox, I mean, it was a surprise, but it doesn't, you know, in retrospectively doesn't surprise me because you know, he's obviously a pervert and a freak. Yeah, what other boxers? There's P. Diddled. So Gervonta Davis and him hung out, I believe. Gervonta Davis and him hung out. You know, he's a midget, Davis, and he 5'4.5". Yeah, I'm sure he got badly diddled. Yeah.
And tonight's gonna be a special night.
Yeah. Honoring you.
Yeah. But check this out. We here to do a toast.
Yeah.
And I saw you, you know, warming up to meet Jay. And I know you had that. I saw you when you did it, and it was smooth. I like the way that you chose the right introduction. But now you got to make a toast for Diddy. And I know you didn't practice that. I got to get you where you go off the top of the head. So what's the toast? And then the second person making the toast is Casanova.
Let's do it. Hey, hold on.
Yeah. Israel Adesanya, you know, the UFC guy, the ex-UFC champ, right? He said P. Diddy. And invited him to a party, you know, invited him to the party to come and party with him, but he'd heard, he's like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't nothing to do with no P. Diddy party. Yeah, he says God protected him from a Diddy collaboration. Yeah, he goes on Joe Rogan and he talks about it. He was meant to collaborate on something. And he's like, thank goodness it didn't happen now, because this guy on all kinds of charges, trafficking, noncery, racketeering, conspiracy. Yeah, and he's in some prison in Brooklyn. He's probably having the time of his life, getting P-diddled himself. But who else? The other boxers or fighters. Yeah, obviously the Devin Haney I've talked about. KSI, yeah, has also been rinsed. He's been called out. He was called out, you know, for hanging out with P. Diddle. Yeah, check this video out. I don't know who this guy is, this foreign guy, but he's like, yeah, KSI, can I ask you a question? And KSI, like, yeah, of course, man. He's just laughing with a stupid look on his face, you know, looking forward to the average silly question. And then he goes, yeah, it's true. You hung out with P. Diddy, with Logan Paul and stuff like that. P. Diddy party. And KSI, you can see in his face, he knows, yeah. And I got smashed. I got my back doors broken down. As part of a ritual. And you can see, you know, his face suddenly changes. So KSI has been, add KSI to the list of people that have been P-diddled. And I call him a boxer because he actually ain't bad.
That's the truth that you, Logan, and Nina partying with Diddy? You're partying on Diddy parties with Logan and Tina.
I remember you. I was me on the party. I fucking remember you. I was 12. I was fucking 12.
You know, even though he does misfits, he does a lot of PEDs, by the way. I know an amateur who trained with him who said he's pretty good, actually. He said he actually got knocked out by KSI in sparring. I mean, this was no big amateur, but still interesting.
KSI's girlfriend is a guy. He got me, man. I mean, why do you think I keep calling my girlfriend Keith? There it is, man. There's no girl in my life. Just a dude. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gay. I can't even say it.
Yeah, KSI. You know when people pretend to be gay for a laugh? Yeah, these guys are Batmans. Oh yeah, I just want to show you this video. You know, like no Diddy's become a phrase, right? I wasn't really sure what it means, but I think it was the same as like no homo. So you know, it's quite funny. Anyway, listen to the Big Bang Jalejang.
Anything to say to Ajit Cabello?
I'm Big Bang. I ban you. No Diddy. I'm Big Bang. I ban you. No Diddy.
Yeah, thanks, Big Bang. No Diddy, Chinese power, no Diddy. But who else? Floyd Mayweather hung out with P Diddy. That's not really a surprise. Everyone knows Mayweather has gone through the Illuminati. That's why he got so heavily promoted, despite being one of the most boring fighters ever. Good or not, he's boring. He lacked charisma. He can't talk well. He used to dress like, not Uncle Jeffrey. What's that guy? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah, was it Carlton Banks? You know, do the little dance and stuff like that. Carlton Banks, right? Yeah, you know, Floyd Mayweather used to dress like Carlton Banks, and then he started to dress in Versace gear and designer gear, and you know, sometimes there's this picture of him in Russia, right? And some comedian, he's dressed in like Burberry or something like that, and a pair of designer Wellington boots, and some comedian goes, he looks like the average Essex girl on a night out. But yeah, there's no surprise that Mayweather would be into Batty business. There's been rumors. I don't know. I don't think 50 Cent is a Batty man, but there was rumors of stuff there. Ashley Theophane apparently was, Ashley Theophane, the British boxer. He was okay. Floyd Mayweather took him under his like wing, and they seemed to be real big pals for a bit, like two big pals, man. Ashley Theophane also done an article. I featured it before on the old channel. He does an article talking about Batty business in boxing. This is like 15 years ago, talking about how hard it was for Batty mans in boxing. And he's obviously talking about himself, isn't he, man? No normal straight guy goes, oh, it's really hard to be a Batty man in boxing. Oh, by the way, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? No Diddy. So yeah, Floyd Mayweather's in that mix. No problem. And yeah, finally, this guy hasn't been, I think, to Diddy party. He's been sold out now. You know, Mike Tyson, as I said. He tried to buck up against Illuminati, then he got that dodgy conviction, and, you know. When you get famous, you got to do things. You got to do rituals. You got to do sacrifices, right? You've got to show you're ready to do dangerous things, weird things, perverted things. And then they got you, then they blackmail you. You can do what you want, but you get paid for it. So it's the old favorite. You get threatened and you get given shekels. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they control people. So unfortunately, Mike's controlled now. One-eye stuff and all that. But there's this little clip here, right? There's a little clip here where P. Diddy seems to get a bit fruity with Mike Tyson. And let's see how Mike reacts.
It really is about the Benjamin, as we see.
Oh, yes, he's glittering.
It really is about the Benjamin.
Yeah. Well, now, when we come back, we're going to talk more with Puffy. And if you want to hang out, more than welcome to stick around, my brother. All right? We'll be right back with more right after this.
Yeah, you can see Mike Tyson ain't happy as he move away P. Diddy's hand. I mean, it could mean a variety of things, all right? Maybe it's like, get off of me. Or maybe, Diddy's all friendly because he knows, they've done some bad business at one of his parties, and he's very friendly, and Tyson's embarrassed about it. I don't know, man. There's a few rumors that Tyson, he likes women, obviously, but he was slightly fruity. Obviously, there's heavy rumors, that he was abused by Costamato. when he was a 13-year-old onwards, you know. Customato admitted, Floyd Patterson admitting Customato was sleeping in bed with him, which is like mighty weird. And the rumors are that Customato used to give Mike Tyson blowjobs. So, anyway, Mike's clearly into women, but you know, so, some of these weird guys will do weird stuff anyway, right? I remember meeting some guy, right, some youngster, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I once tried." In fact, Danny Dyer even says it. Danny Dyer, who I've hung out with and done yayo with back in the day, when he was going out with some nice blonde girl from Hollyoaks, yeah, back in the day. Yeah, and Danny Dyer said and this other guy I met goes, "Oh yeah, I once tried batty business, but I didn't like it, so I never did it again." I mean, I'm like, what? What did you just say? What did you just say? No Diddy? I mean, like, listen, man, you know in your mind, huh? Some things you don't need to try. You know in your mind. You know, I don't like no batty business. It's not like eating food and going, "Gee, I've never had snails. I wonder what they taste like." They don't taste bad with a lot of garlic butter on them, even though you're eating a whole animal, which kind of freaks me out, you know, with its digestive system. But, you know, so you might want to try snails. But, you know, there are some things I look at, I'm like, blood clot, I'm not eating that. Forget about it. Like, you know, Ethiopian food, like in Pramagua. I'm like, look like some cat was vomited on a plate. I ain't eating that. But you know, with back to business, with sexualized stuff, obviously, you know, if you're into something, you think about it in your head. If you're not into something, you're disgusted by it. You know, all this like Danny Dyer, I tried batty business. I mean, what the hell? I also read in the papers the other day, you know, Charles Bronson, the prisoner, I don't mean the actor. Yeah, apparently he's written some book or something. He's been in prison for I don't know how long. He was known as one of the nuttiest, most dangerous characters, but I think he's chilled out a bit. He's in his 60s. Now he calls himself Charles Salvador. He's an idiot, really, to be honest with you. He wants to spend all that time in prison, man. And he admitted, like, you know, allegedly he let someone give him a shiner. In prison, right? And he said, he just sat there with a picture of his girlfriend in his hand while someone gave him a shiner. I mean, these people are sick, man. Batty business is a sickness. It's a psychological illness, man. We don't need it fed to our kids, and we don't need our frogs turned into batty mans. Okay? No Diddy.